This expressive and atmospheric work was created using thick A4 paper, acrylic paints, and a palette knife, fan brush, and power spoon to create petals and dynamic brushstrokes. The background sky was created using broad strokes of the palette knife, smoothly transitioning from light blue to rich blue. White and turquoise were partially mixed directly on the paper, creating a cloudy texture. Layers of green, turquoise, and gray were added at the bottom, creating the effect of a field or grass. A fan brush was used to work on the black blades of grass in the foreground. Gray and green strokes were added to give depth and a feeling of a light breeze across the field. For the petals, a power spoon was used, with which I pressed and pulled the paint across the surface, forming voluminous, expressive brushstrokes. The left flower is made of a warm orange center and burgundy violet petals. The right one is made of bright yellow and orange petals, as if swaying in the wind. Flying birds have been added to the upper part, with black paint and a thin brush or palette knife. Brown-red strokes in the corners and drops add an additional artistic accent and a feeling of autumn air. The picture turned out bright, emotional, and dynamic, with a harmonious combination of tools. The palette knife added relief and energy to the sky. The fan brush, realistic grass, and the spoon, expressive flower petals. This is a great example of an experimental approach in acrylic painting. Critical analysis of the painting. The composition is balanced. Two flowers create diagonal dynamics, while one, on the right, is clearly moving, which gives the whole scene liveliness. The upper part, sky, and the lower part, the grass, do not overload each other. This is a competent division into planes. The presence of birds and drops enhances the vertical movement and creates a sense of space. What did not work and can be improved? The right part looks overloaded due to the saturation of color and the abundance of dots. I want breathing. Perhaps it is worth reducing the number of brown drops. The stems of the flowers are a little lost, especially the left one. You can strengthen them with tone or line thickness. Pros: bold use of warm and cold shades at the same time. The contrast between the yellow-orange petals and cold greenery works for an emotional effect. The textures are well chosen. The palette knife gave the sky the necessary roughness, and the fan brush and spoon made the petals expressive and textured. Cons: there are areas in the sky where the paint looks slightly smeared without direction. You can add strokes with the direction of movement, wind, or light to enhance the atmosphere. The brown-red strokes in the corners seem random, do not support the main rhythm. Either they should be removed or integrated into the overall course, for example, as shadows or reflection. The style is expressive impressionism with elements of abstraction. The work is built not on precision, but on an emotional response, on an intuitive movement of the brush and tool. This picture is not about flowers as such, but about the perception of the moment. The atmosphere is windy, a little autumnal, with a feeling of slight sadness, and at the same time, life. The yellow petals seem to be carried away by a gust of wind, and the drops are a symbol of change or internal experience. Add a little light, maybe a subtle highlight on the petals or a play of shadows to enhance the volume. A third, small flower in the background, blurred, to add depth of field. Remove or rework. Some of the drops, especially on the right, overload the top of the painting. Either shift the emphasis or thin them out. The dark strokes at the base could be made more directional to give the grass a rhythm. This is an honest, sincere work, apparently born in a moment of inspiration. It has courage, a play of color and shape. It is clear that the artist is not afraid to work with the tool, to experiment. The next step is a little more control over the details without losing freshness. The balance between freedom and structure is what you should strive for, and overall, an excellent basis for a series of works in this style.